Welcome back to episode 38 of the Block Runner podcast. I'm your host, William, always here with your co-host, I-Man.
What's up?
Thank
I
you
wish
for
I had
being here.
something cooler to say than like "What's up" every time you introduce me, dude. I need to think of something.
Come up with like a new intro, like a new greeting
To like
every day. Let me challenge you.
dude. Fuck all that.
A new language, like aloha. next time.
Hello. Oh, hey, you know what? That might not be a bad idea. We might have like a diverse audience.
Yeah, why not?
You know, just show them a little bit of love.
Absolutely.
Dude, let's do that.
Well, on today's podcast, we got several things to discuss. Oscar, our developer, and also brother of mine, he was here, and we were talking about Decentraland a little bit.
Yeah, I guess now's a better time than ever to give like a Decentraland update. What's it been, like a month or so since we talked about it?
At least a month. I mean, I think we gave it a little sprinkle here and there, but
Yeah.
we're still in Decentraland. It's a big investment of ours
Well,
in a lot of ways.
Why, Willis? Like, what turns you on about this project?
Well, it's obviously still in speculation phase right now.
Like everything in crypto, pretty much.
Well, pretty much everything in crypto is
Yeah.
speculation. Probably, I mean, even Bitcoin is speculation, but it's a lot less of a speculation than.
There's actual people. I mean, it's performing its main function. You know.
Yeah, it is absolutely.
I mean, there's not much to Bitcoin, dude. It's pretty fucking simple when you think about it.
Yeah.
Something like Decentraland is like actually super fucking complex. Essentially, it's like a virtual reality decentralized world.
Yeah.
I guess is how I'd like summarize it in a few words.
Yeah, and developers can contribute to that world and build whatever they want. And the one thing that I kept saying since day one of Decentraland, well, roughly first week of Decentraland, is Decentraland has to make developers an easy way for them to build things that will bring recurring customers.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Minecraft that you mentioned earlier. You mentioned Minecraft and you said people play Minecraft because of the gameplay.
Yeah.
They come back because of the gameplay. In Decentraland, because of the restrictions in Decentraland, like you only have so many parcels and
those parcels cost
thousands of dollars.
A lot of money.
Hundreds to thousands of dollars. And not everybody has a parcel, and most of the players that play in Decentraland don't own any parcels.
Yeah.
There's a lot of restrictions for developers, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
And let me say that. Like if you give a problem to an engineer, and you tell that engineer, hey, build me something.
Mm-hmm.
They will build you nothing because there's no rules, there's no restrictions, there's no nothing. So they will never build you anything. But if you tell that same engineer, hey, build me something that's 10 by 10, and it has to be, generate energy, and you give all these restrictions, the engineer will build you something. So that's what's good about Decentraland, is that there's a lot of restrictions. You only have so many parcels, and then within those parcels, there's only so many, polygons that you can have and so many objects that you can have. And so then you start to build, a world within these limitations.
Yeah.
And what I kept saying about Decentraland is that world has to allow developers to create creations that have recurring players, right? People that play and come back to play again. And that's why we came up with the Block Runner game in Decentraland, where you essentially hop over these bars.
I mean, this is oncoming fucking shapes, I guess.
Yeah, oncoming shapes. Yeah, blocks or squares. A block runner, right? You hop these blocks, and in the hopes that you climb the ranks in order to win mana. And we feel like once this game launches, that people will come and play that game recurringly, right? They'll come back every week or so to play and be top of the month to earn that mana.
But not necessarily. Oh yeah, for the mana.
For the mana, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking.
And so the difference between the Block Runner game and Minecraft is that Minecraft come back for the gameplay, but the Block Runner come back for the mana, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, how exciting is like jumping?
Yeah, it's not exciting.
It's a simple game. It's a simple. I mean, but it's more exciting than. Shit, I don't want to make it seem like gambling, but it's more exciting than going.
For sure.
Getting like a scratch off at a gas station, like.
Oh yeah, yeah, because this is sort of like a skill-based game where you can earn mana.
Yeah, and it's not gambling.
And it's not gambling,
but there are gambling-esque.
Yeah, for sure.
there's a gray area that we haven't even figured out yet. Like we know for certain, like a big portion of Decentraland is like casinos, virtual casinos, because we know like on all the blockchain platforms, like gambling is like
that's
80% of the transactions right now.
For sure.
Like,
and that's one of the biggest headaches from a logistical standpoint and from a legal standpoint.
Yeah.
Americans can't play these online gambling games.
At all.
It's a huge hassle, which is something that we didn't want to get into. That's why we developed the game that we developed.
Yeah, it's not gambling because there's a skill element to it. You know, it's not a completely random outcome. Like the pot isn't distributed just to like a
random set of players
out of the hat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But there is an element to that. But yeah, I guess the reason why that's important to talk about. I mean, this is common theme with like everything in crypto, man. Like every dApp has to have like these similar struggles.
Yeah,
the struggle
I think so.
is like getting adoption. Like Decentraland, the concept itself is like it's brilliant.
That's what I think about Decentraland. I don't think it'll have trouble getting adoption just because it's a click of a link.
Well, yeah, that's definitely
in the game.
So there's less friction there, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to what, like buying an Oculus headset?
Yeah, a headset and getting a gaming rig and then playing in this virtual world. And then you have to give developers a chance to build something in that world, which, I mean,
in most cases, like, because Facebook is releasing something next year called Horizon, which is essentially it's a virtual reality, massively multi-online experience.
And of course, everybody's hot take was it's going to kill Decentraland, which I completely disagreed.
Yeah.
And it is this virtual world where your players require thousands of dollars worth of hardware to play the game. And then not only that, developers have to have some sort of incentive to build something in that virtual world that's going to generate them some revenue, which, again, that's questionable.
Yeah. Let's pull up that trailer for that. I want to see it. It's been a while. I just want to.
Yeah,
I don't even know if you've seen it before.
I don't think I've seen it. I mean, I know that it's out there, but
dude, see, you already like dismissed it. Like as soon as I brought it up to you, you're like, dude, this shit's trash.
Yeah, it's it has all the elements of a non-starting like thing. I mean,
what do you mean, man? It's first of all, like, just think about it from like a numbers perspective, dude. It's the Oculus, man.
Well, it's only going to be successful because it's Facebook, and Facebook owns Oculus. So, I mean,
they don't have to go through like the big struggle like the Decentraland has to go through.
Right.
They already have a player base established. Oh, here it is.
Yeah. There's another world, and it's right here on my face. Welcome.
There he goes.
This is Horizon.
Because it's on your face, all of a sudden it's just going to make millions of dollars.
I hate that they don't have any legs, dude. I hate that so much.
Yeah, it is pretty annoying.
Wow. Really love the stash, Stuart.
What up, Stuart? Well, that's not what the game's going to look like, is it? No way.
Well, yeah, I think it is.
No, man. There's no way.
Yeah. So, and on top of that, this isn't a thing that you click on an HTML link and all of a sudden you're in the Oculus. You're in this Horizon game.
Yeah.
And no, people are not going to be eating their breakfast while playing Horizon.
What do you mean? Why not, dude?
Dude, it's not going to happen, man.
And you can even build a world of your own, like laser tag moon landing.
Dude, this is not gameplay, man. This is like just a trailer. This is a cinematic.
Yeah, this is a proof of concept, prototype.
In Horizon, the world is your lobster.
Isn't it oyster?
Dude, it's like, you remember when they revealed Google Stadia, right? It was badass. It was allow you to play 4K games over the internet, and it was going to like, you had access to a database of gaming rigs. And it launched just a few weeks ago. And how did it do? Do you know?
I don't really know. I heard people like
pure trash, dude.
I've seen like tons of memes shit talking it, so it's got to be pretty bad.
It was terrible.
What do you mean?
Like,
what's so bad about it?
It was a bunch of lag. The games that it launched with were really bad. So, games that are extremely old, like Destiny 2, it's like over a year old now.
Well, what's the issue with that? It's like Netflix, right? They have to purchase like the rights or something to these games. Is that how it works?
Yeah, and all the games are minimum $60 when they're like over a year old, and you can get them. You can get a physical copy for like less than $30.
Wow. No, but I'm saying, like, how does Stadia improve? Like, it's like Netflix. Netflix became a juggernaut because
Well, in order for Stadia to really differentiate themselves, is that developers have to build custom games for that platform.
exactly, just like how Netflix has like their own shows.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And
people,
that's not what made them big though. I mean, they got huge.
No, they got huge because they took advantage of streaming media.
They were the first.
Wow.
Well, the first big one.
Well, yeah, the successful one. Yeah.
I mean, that's how I found out about Breaking Bad. I
Through Netflix?
Yeah,
you never seen Breaking Bad before Netflix?
Never.
Wow, dude.
You were watching it on A&E. Dude, who the fuck watches A&E? Like,
well,
how did you find out?
I was watching it through other streaming platforms, but
what
like, like a different one.
Oh, like you were hacking the internet.
No, I mean I was like watching the shows online in a very valid and custom ways.
I don't know what you're driving at, dude. I feel like you're trying to like avoid the FBI like knocking down our door, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. But you're bootlegging it essentially.
I mean, I was watching them online. Let's just put it that way.
All right, we're not incriminating ourselves here. But how did you find out about it though?
Actually, it was your brother that told me about Breaking Bad. Yeah.
Really?
He was like, dude, you're not watching Breaking Bad? I was like, dude, what is that?
Dude, what a dick. He never told me shit about it, man. I had to find out about myself.
What? Are you serious?
I'm fucking dead serious. I was like in college and like...
Yeah, I mean, I
heard about this Netflix thing and then I think I heard whispers of Breaking Bad. It like won a ton of awards.
Oh, yeah.
Emmys.
Yeah.
So like, let me check this shit out, dude.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I watched that first episode, I was hooked.
Yeah, absolutely.
I literally didn't go to class for like a week. I just ditched college to binge watch like 3 seasons or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Of Breaking Bad.
Well, how did you watch it?
Netflix.
Okay, well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that show was like the first like viral TV show, I think.
It's possible. I mean, the content of Breaking Bad is that good that I believe you.
Yeah, so I think that drove a lot of people to Netflix.
I feel like Netflix was behind the curve in terms of like its release. So like Breaking Bad was already like if it was 3 seasons in Netflix, we were already watching the 4th season.
Yeah, 100%. But I don't know. I don't know why we went on that tangent. But
yeah, I don't know.
Stadia, I don't know.
So anyway, Stadia, it didn't do that well, but of course it's their first launch. And how does this relate to Decentraland? Shit.
Just that, dude. Okay, the uphill struggle we have.
Oh, okay. So Facebook. Okay, so Facebook's they're painting this like beautiful picture about this virtual world, and I know as soon as it launches, it's gonna be barely like the wheels are gonna be coming off of this vehicle. It's just not gonna look good. It's just not gonna work.
Well, there's no like Facebook developer, like there's no open source community, right? Like there is in Decentraland.
No, I'm aware of. It's not open source, but I'm sure there's like an SDK, a software development kit that they can use. But again, if your player base requires $1,000 worth of hardware, your player base is going to be really small, and so it gives the less incentive for a developer to get in.
Compared to Decentraland.
Compared to Decentraland, where it's literally just an HTML link, even your phone will eventually be able to play into Decentraland.
Yeah, and it's not even VR. That's one big differentiator.
Yeah, and I like VR. It's just, dude, we got a ways to go before there's like an actual killer app, I guess. I mean, what have you seen the trailer for Half-Life?
The VR version?
The VR version?
I mean, that's Half-Life, right? It's only going to be VR?
It's only going to be VR.
Why do you think they did that?
See, to me, Half-Life has this, I don't know, this presence that, hey, we're building a Half-Life game and it's going to be in VR. That, to me, is a system seller. I will be looking to buy, all the hardware necessary to play that game.
Does Valve have their own VR setup? Like
they they have the Valve Index, which is like $1,000.
Holy
it's really
shit.
really badass,
But that makes
headset.
sense now. I'm like, why the fuck? Because people have been like crying for this Half-Life game ever since I've been gaming.
You haven't played Half-Life, have
No,
you?
I never played
Then
Half-Life.
you don't understand.
Yeah,
so
but to me it's just a meme. But
Half-Life,
it can't be that good.
No, it is good. It is very good.
Nah, man.
Half-Life has like built in these innovations into its games that has amassed like this audience of like diehards,
like neckbeards, like total neckbeards, right?
Yeah,
it's like those like EVE Online guys, like who found. It's like the first MMO.
Yeah.
That was like one of the first like big shooters, right? It was before Counter-Strike or after.
It was before Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike used the engine for Half-Life.
Well, it's the same company, right?
Like, there were so many games based off the Half-Life engine. I mean, it was disgusting.
See, now I understand.
Like Team Fortress.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, man. Come on, dude.
But Team Fortress came like way later, though.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It came because of Half-Life.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know what you're saying. It was like a milestone.
Yeah.
The video game industry.
And then Half-Life 2 came out. It was like physics based. Like, you could kill enemies based on physics.
I don't know what that means.
Like you can throw a brick at an enemy and the enemy will die.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it's
like,
and then like you could use the environment to kill enemies. So it was innovative because there was a physics engine inside the game.
Yeah.
So and then I don't know, was it 10, 15 years later they're coming out with this VR game.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is that there hasn't been a game that was really a system seller unlike now that we have Half-Life. Now I would be like seriously considering buying a VR rig.
Yeah, but like
that's my point with Facebook. Like, that is not a system seller. That's not going to encourage me to buy Oculus or Valve Index.
But it can be, man, because this whole VR world sector that is like in its infancy is bigger than video games. I feel like this thing can literally like.
Well, for sure, I agree with that. I'm not saying, but like, video games is the clear and obvious go-to-market strategy when it comes to virtual reality. There is no go-to-market strategy for VR that isn't video games.
Yeah, I don't think like kids are gonna like ask their parents for like, Oculus for Christmas. Is all they have is like educational shit.
Well, right, exactly right.
It's got to be entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
But like this technology can be applied, for educational shit. It's kind of, not just educational.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But we got a ways to go before that's actually applied to like educational stuff, just because it requires such an investment to do.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like they released that Half-Life trailer, dude, probably got millions of views. Now all of a sudden everyone's excited to play some VR shit.
And the best part is that Valve, they know how to do this stuff.
Yeah.
When they announce their game, 3 months later it comes out. Yeah. It's none of this like 2022 nonsense.
So okay, let's go back to Decentraland, man. Like, this is like
so Decentraland. The reason why I'm excited about it is because there's no friction. There's very, very little friction to getting into Decentraland, which means that us as developers, us as contributors to that economy, we can make a return on investment. And what I don't see in the Decentraland community is anyone focusing on an ROI.
Yeah.
And if there's no ROI, there are no developers. Yeah. It is really that simple.
Yeah. And it was evident, man. Like, we got like super into it, even on this podcast. Like, that's all we could talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
During like, there's a game jam ahead of us.
And dude, since game one, we're talking about ROI. We're not going to build a damn thing unless we knew we could get a return on investment.
Yeah, potentially make some money, right? Yeah. That's life, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
This
like,
you
go,
works.
Well, you walk outside your door right now, and you could potentially start spending money as soon as you walk out the door. You get in your car, you're spending gas, right? You get to your destination, you're spending money as soon as you get there.
Yeah, nobody's opening up like free hot dog stores.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
There's no free stores. There's no free nothing.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, Decentraland,
like I
unfortunately,
understand,
it has to be this way.
Yeah. See, I understand the idea. Like, some people, like, we had experience with this. Some people on our MetaZone, contributors, I guess is what you call them.
Yeah.
They wanted to put their content out for like free of charge.
Yeah, which,
you know what I mean?
It's not sustainable. How are you going to spend all that time to create this thing for Decentraland and just put it out for free?
Yeah.
Like, I understand, like, there are some people that are willing to do that, and that's totally fine, but it's not a sustainable model of any kind.
Well, yeah, like you said, it's not going to attract like developers to this platform if all they see is like people putting out like free
stuff.
Shit.
Yeah, man, no.
It basically turns into like a developer like portfolio, like, look what I made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no money to be made. There's,
Yeah, I mean, imagine you could. I mean, I can see a future where you can make a living off of Decentraland, just like people made a living off of Second Life.
Or
I mean, it's even more possible because your digital creations in Decentraland can potentially be unique NFTs.
Yeah, that's the big thing. We didn't even talk about that. If somebody listening to this doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about, the NFTs. That's what sells the whole concept, which is non-fungible tokens, which is essentially is like virtual items that have real-world asset value. You know, and the only way to do that is through blockchain. So
that's right. So anyway, we got into Decentraland because just recently we were invited to this, I guess, Slack group, and they're trying to determine if whether developers have projects that they want to contribute to Decentraland that require some infusion of capital.
Yeah,
let's say, and of course, developers need something to eat, right? Mm-hmm. And so they cannot work on stuff if there's no way to make money off of it. So so now we're I guess we were invited to join this group to determine like what can we pitch to the Decentraland team that would elicit an infusion of capital.
Yeah.
So that's what we were discussing earlier, and we're tossing around the same ideas we tossed around several months ago. Is like the thing that will make this make sense for Decentraland is an ROI. And so we have a couple of ideas that we want to kind of pitch to them, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Like I said, like if you were watching this podcast a couple months ago, we were literally every episode we're just like, like, we got a new game this week, guys. Yeah. Like the week after that, like, hey, we got a new app we're making.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why? Because the incentives were there.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. We're talking about that.
There's no coincidence. Like right now, is DCL like kind of dwindling?
Oh, 100%, dude. Like I'm a Decentraland Discord member, and I mean, there's still people talking.
But let's point out the correlation. Yeah. It starts dwindling after the game jam that was $250,000 worth up at stake.
Yeah.
And so it sort of kind of died after that point, and now it's starting to pick up a little bit because there's a new game jam that is launching December 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And this game jam...
Smaller prize pool, right?
Yeah, smaller prize pool, and there's no SDK involved. So anyone who's listening right now can participate and earn multiple thousands of dollars worth of mana.
Mm-hmm.
And
are they giving away land, do you know?
I believe that they are. Let's look it up.
Yeah, let's chill.
Yeah.
I mean, we want Decentraland to do... Ultimately, we want Decentraland to be like a massive success. So we're literally putting our money on the line as well, and time. And energy.
Right.
So, yeah. You don't have to be a developer to participate in this one.
Not in this one. Absolutely.
This is using their builder kit, I think.
Yeah, this is using their builder. Here it is. So, creator contest December 2nd through December 15th. And
that starts tomorrow.
And the prizes are up to $50,000 in USD.
Okay, first place?
Yeah. So first place is like $10,000, which is 200,000 mana.
Yo, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Shit.
And so the rules of this is pretty simple. Use their builder, use their new smart assets, smart items, and create something that I guess is pretty cool.
Well, there's going to be judges, and I think I saw our boy Maddie. He's going to be a judge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw that. Maddie,
really?
DCL blogger. Dude, I saw that in the Discord.
Oh, shit.
I mean, he's not on there yet. There's Rio.
Yeah, Rio.
That's our boy.
Yeah, he was, yeah. he was the last judge for the other one, the previous one.
Yeah. I don't know who Mi Mundo Alex is.
Yeah, I don't know who
Cartoonist.
That is. Carl.
Decentraland mentor and professor at VR Academy. Decentraland. Yep. There you go. See, this Decentraland Academy, that's I think is going to be the tits. You know what I mean? Like whenever you can learn shit. Like I'm imagining this guy right now. They're developing some type of laboratory, some VR lab.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have it within the fucking university. I'm hoping it's gonna be a massive building.
Oh, absolutely.
And you go, I wonder if it'll be classrooms. Yeah, right.
Why not?
Yeah. So you go in there, you can literally fucking get a legitimate education.
Yeah,
hands-on education.
And your experience is optimized with virtual reality in Decentraland.
Well,
but you don't need a VR headset to participate.
Well, then it won't be actual virtual reality. It'll be click interaction stuff.
Sure.
Which is doable. I mean, it's
doable, but it wouldn't be the same.
The difference is like you're not actually reaching out to grab a beaker and like pour a flask into it. Like, oh, big deal.
Yeah.
I could click and drag those two containers.
Correct.
Like form the same reaction, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not missing out on too much.
But yeah, I mean, so I was making the correlation between like the activity and excitement of Decentraland with the incentive structure of Decentraland.
Yeah.
So when there's money at stake, you got a lot of activity on Decentraland, and that's not by no coincidence, right? That's the only way that DCL and developers are going to sustain themselves is there's got to be money involved, and any creation in DCL has to have some ROI, right? Yeah. You're not going to build shit for free.
And we have experience with that, man. Our freaking developer, man, he totally ditched.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a business to run too.
Yeah, he has another actual like business with
generating revenue.
Clients. Yeah. And he thought about it, like his heart was like pretty deep into this project. He was loving every minute. He told me that. He's like, dude, this is addicting. I like this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But
yeah, because a lot of the elements that really play on Oscar's like desire and what he creates is like the automation, the fact that this app is running 24/7. He doesn't really have to do anything. When people purchase things, they get deployed automatically, and like there's very little interaction with the customers, which is what he wants, right? He wants this to be
automated.
Yeah, low hands-on stuff,
and the potential for like creation is infinite, which
yeah, and most importantly, the point of the MetaZone app is for creators to build stuff and have landowners buy that stuff and deploy it on their land without having the creator to interface with the landowner at all if they don't want to. And so a lot of this stuff we're going to be discussing with DCL and all that. But again, most importantly, like I've been saying since day one, if no ROI, no developers, no DCL activity, it should be that simple.
So then what's the solution, Willis? Is the solution literally as simple as like, let's just launch this bitch already so we can get like a player base? Because what we need is like analytics, right? We need like people coming in and out, testing out our creations.
See, our stake in the sand is basically if you don't build something that has people returning to play that thing, it's gonna fail. So in order to test that assumption, the DCL has to actually deploy, and so we can prove like with metrics and data that when we build replayability creations and deploy onto Decentraland, that performs a lot better than things that don't have replayability.
See, this thing's gonna play out like exactly like how Minecraft did. I'm thinking like didn't Minecraft just started out like simple?
See, yeah, Minecraft. Yeah, I remember Oscar was involved early days in Minecraft.
Yeah,
where it was running in the browser. Imagine Minecraft just on a browser. Yeah, like rudimentary. Like it's just a little window, and you're a little guy just putting blocks on top of each other.
Yeah,
and that was Minecraft.
Yeah.
And the reason why Oscar got into it is because there's low friction, right? It's a browser. You're playing a game.
What was he got into it as a player or
as a player? As a player, yeah.
That's the thing. Like,
but it was like, man, early days of Minecraft, like way early days.
It was literally just like you're chopping down wood, right? And then you're
not
building
even that.
A house with
no,
it.
Not even that. There was just blocks that you eliminated and you added.
Jesus Christ!
There was no chopping down.
Can you find something by any chance?
I don't know. Take a look. That's a good question.
See if we can find something. But that's the way you're describing it. Because think about what it is today, dude. It's a motherfucking juggernaut. It's got like so many different like what would you call them? Like mods, I guess. There's so many different like spin-offs, I guess, if you call it. I don't know. So, oh shit, Minecraft. I mean, those look pretty blocky, dude.
I mean, dude, I remember seeing Oscar play this game on a browser. And I was like, dude, why are you wasting it? Because at the time, there was Counter-Strike. There was like more advanced games. Like, what, dude? What are you doing?
I don't get it either, man. Like all these kids today, they love this blocky shit. They love cartoony shit. And like, dude, why aren't y'all playing like fucking Crisis? Like, you know what I mean? Like the highest graphic intensive games are like beautiful.
Yeah.
But I understand, dude, because you need like multiple $1,000 rigs in order to like participate in that shit. And this is simple, man. It's addictive, I'm sure. I never played it. But.
So, no, this is definitely not what.
Well, just looking at it, it literally, this
is not it. This is for sure not.
This is like way more advanced.
Yeah.
All right, let's take it off before like, something weird comes up. Browser version. This is Minecraft browser version.
Yeah, but that's somebody. Well, I guess let's try this one. This is 8 years old. So now we're looking at a video of a browser version of Minecraft. No, this is still way more advanced than what I remember. Because there was none of these textures like glass and
But how do you know how Minecraft works like at all? Like as far as like the marketplace goes and.
Well, like, I don't know. I don't know now just because it's evolved so much.
It's like kind of like you can create your own server, right?
Yeah, you create your own server and you have your own rules. And within that server, you can sell like things within that server. So
there's like massive servers out there. It's literally like its own game, right?
Yeah, yeah. So you can create your literal own Minecraft world where people join that server and play, and then you can craft different games like Hunger Games.
Exactly.
Like there's servers
different experiences.
Yeah, different experiences where they have different rules, and you can have like these like running games and these racing games and all these like different games within Minecraft that you can play.
I mean, it's like the same physics applies, I'm assuming, to every game, right? But
no, you can modify the physics too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can modify it.
Okay. But my point is, the reason why I bring up Minecraft is because, like, the way you describe it, because Oscar was around and you were observing this from the very early days, you thought it was like a joke.
Yeah.
Right? Just like how a lot of people probably think Decentraland is a joke.
Right.
Today. Right? Dude, what the fuck is that?
I have no idea. But this...
See, but the other problem with this, like this is a massive, like, immersive world. You can't build this on Decentraland unless you're like a fucking mega millionaire. You have like 1,000 plots of land.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean,
see, again, that's why Decentraland is interesting, because it has those limitations that will bring out the creativity of these developers.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And that's what we're talking about. Like, if the idea is to create a user experience that has replay factor, it's either you create something like Minecraft where it's just innately addictive and like
the gameplay
fun,
is addictive, right?
Or you got to go the other route, which is there has to be like
a
proper
monetary
incentives have to be aligned,
right,
in order for you to keep playing and like want to keep doing the thing that you're doing. You know, even if the gameplay's not there, it's like, man, this is not that fun. But if I keep doing this thing, there's a chance I can get a good reward. Essentially. Yeah,
and so those replayabilities, that is a good thing for Decentraland, because you will have consistent players returning to Decentraland, which is what DCL wants.
Yeah.
And so, again, if they don't provide some incentive for the developers, it's going to be difficult to have people come back and play.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean...
But
there's a new game jam. It's not as interesting as the first one because you're not using the SDK, so a lot of the creations aren't going to be unique,
and probably not. I'm assuming it's going to be because they've done old game. They're like creator contests with like static, I guess, builder tools. Like you create a scene.
Yeah.
I mean, people made like some badass shit. Like they made like giant dragons and stuff like that. It's basically like playing like a online version of Legos. Who could make the most badass looking Lego scene?
Yeah,
like what we got.
The winner of this game jam are going to be those who can create custom assets, but those custom assets are not going to do anything unique because you can't connect them to any software development kit, or it won't be able to do anything unique.
So why is Decentraland like putting a lot of focus on this, you think? This whole like spending the time and effort to create builder stuff?
Well, I think they just want they're trying to figure out ways to incentivize developers to do, to add content to Decentraland.
But these aren't developers though. This is like they're building this infrastructure for the non-developer, right?
Yeah.
for the landowner maybe who's got like just land just rotting away on Decentraland, and they want to do something to it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. For example, this farm that we're looking at in this YouTube video, that's a completely custom asset that somebody uploaded that anybody can use now.
See, right now we're playing The Sims. This is what this is.
Yeah.
We're playing The Sims 100%.
And then then you'll be able to connect those custom assets to.
That was it? Holy shit, that was
that was it. And then you'll be able to click on like that cow, and that cow will do something. And that's about as much interaction as you'll get from that.
Yeah. And again, early days, dude.
Yeah.
So fucking early, man. Like, this is all part of it, man. We gotta start. I don't want to come off as like we're shitting on Decentraland, because we are kind of like heavy right now.
Well, I mean,
we're not shitting on it. It's just we have high expectations, man. Like high hopes.
Yeah, and we're contributors. We're investors too, right?
Yeah, it's like we're shareholders in the damn thing, right? So we're giving our opinion. That's what we're supposed to do.
Maybe they should do like a freedom dividend for all landowners for Decentraland.
Wait, what?
A freedom dividend.
Meaning what?
Like 1,000 mana a month.
To do what?
To
like sit on our asses? What the fuck? What do you mean? Where would that money come from?
You would use that 1,000 mana to like pay out developers to build stuff, you know?
Doesn't sound very free to me, dude. They tell you how to spend your own money?
No. I mean, that's what. I mean, if you're a landowner and you're getting 1,000 mana a month, you would, as a smart landowner, invest that 1,000 mana into a creation for your land that makes you more money.
Or purchase one off the MetaZone app.
Well, there you go.
Right?
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, that's how you have an economy, like.
Yeah, but see, my thing is, I think the reason why we're not seeing like an explosion of like creative contribution in this project is because we're like in an ultra speculative phase. Like, there's no proof of anything yet. Yeah. Other than like in the beta, like.
So then, how do you spark that? Like, how do you spark that? I
guess
it's
got to be like I said, Minecraft. Like, just launch the fucking thing. It's gonna be shit at first, like Minecraft was, but it's going to slowly evolve. Like the early adopters of Decentraland are gonna understand that. They're gonna be like, okay, this thing just launched. Like, it's not perfect yet, but I could see the big picture.
I totally agree. What they have right now is more than enough to launch with.
Probably.
Like, you played it. Like,
dude, I was having fun, playable, like digging some graveyards and like going down some tree houses.
Yeah, I wonder what is it that they're waiting for. I don't know. Well, I mean, we looked at their roadmap, and I don't see anything stopping them from launching right now.
It's true, man.
There's nothing that hey, there's like this milestone that they need to reach in order to launch that makes sense, and I didn't see any of that.
I wonder if have they said anything about this? I know because I read the Discord. And
same.
I see the comments, and people are like, they're getting restless.
They are for sure.
Because there was a lot of promises early on when they raised 24 million buckaroos. Back in the day, back in the heyday of crypto.
Yeah.
But they're not alone. Everyone made ridiculous promises. That's why I like Decentraland, because
they're actually
there's
doing
something there.
There's something you can touch with Decentraland.
Yeah, like early on this podcast, dude, the whole intention of this podcast is like go down and like find like cool shit within the crypto space.
Exactly.
Blockchain, whatever the fuck. Or just technology in general. We just watch like the freaking Tesla unveil.
Yeah.
We just like cool shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this stood out like bigly.
Yeah.
Like super bigly, dude.
It did.
And yeah, man, I don't know. I'm not like losing faith or anything.
No, neither am I.
If I'm coming off that way, I don't know.
But I mean, we do. I mean, we're beta testers, so we have to provide our feedback, and I've been singing the same song.
Yeah.
Since we started getting into the beta version of Decentraland.
Yeah, man, I remember when the juices were flowing hot, like when that game jam was going on.
Yeah.
Like, we built a Discord. Just I don't know how. Like, people just started joining our Discord. I guess they liked what we were doing.
Yeah.
And they just came on board, and then like people, like I was a spectator to all this because I have no contribution, but I was a spectator. Like, they're all coming up with shit, like Oscar was, and a bunch of other dudes who are in our Discord. They're thinking about like what to do, what are we gonna do, to enhance this experience. And then Game Jam ended, and dude, it's been a fucking ghost town.
Yeah, not only that, so a lot of the Game Jam winners, we all got land, right?
Yeah.
And the landowners, the Game Jam winners, all got together on a different Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all talking about, hey, what can we do with our land because we're all close to each other.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one talking about an ROI. Like,
what goes on in that discussion chat room? What? Anything?
I mean, so they've talked about having like a sort of a Westworld theme.
Okay.
So we've talked about themes. I mean, but
the idea is
there's no consensus as to exactly what to build. And again, the reason why there won't be a consensus is because there's no ROI. There's no incentive to build anything. Right? We can't build things for free. It's just not sustainable.
Yeah.
Like
people have careers.
Yeah.
And that's everyone's trying to earn some bread one way or another.
Yeah. I mean, I think a side gig should be earning you money. Like,
yeah, potentially.
Otherwise, like
yeah.
And I know not everything that you do should be all about money. I'm not trying to be that guy where it's like all about money.
Yeah.
But I just don't see another incentive. Like
it's kind of like like whenever we interview John McAfee, he's like, you guys are asking the wrong questions. It's like I'm like, how are we gonna get like adoption and like how are we all gonna get rich, motherfuckers? What I really wanted to ask him.
Yeah.
But he's like, you're asking the wrong questions. Like it should be more like how to like the opposite of that. You should be in it for the technology, for the revolution, the freedom, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. It's easy for you to say, dude. You're already rolling in it.
For sure.
I'm not knocking the guy or anything, but it's like, fuck. This is how the world operates, man.
The
internet didn't boom
just because of for the goodness of people.
The goodness of the we wanted just
like the
communication
technology
to spread. Yeah, just.
It was like the
clever
internet
people found out ways to monetize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The internet exploded because you could make money from it.
Yeah.
That's why it got big.
That's why the speculation went through the roof during the .com bubble.
Same thing happened to crypto. It got big because you could make money from it.
Yeah, all of a sudden, people's imaginations went wild because all of a sudden we can create tokens.
See, that summarizes my point.
Yeah.
Decentraland will get big because you can make money from it.
Yeah, you can. It's all there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's all there. All the the NFTs are there.
Yeah.
It's already a proven market, dude. There's millions of dollars being exchanged every day.
This is the perfect melting pot of like creativity, the ability to earn money.
Yeah.
And the fact that NFTs, this new capability of this new technology, this blockchain technology we have, all that, I mean, we're talking about the perfect storm of something that will have a lot of users, a lot of players in Decentraland.
Yeah. And let's not try and do like some huge bonanza like we're launching Half-Life here.
Yeah.
We're launching something experimental.
Yeah.
Just like the founder of Bitcoin, he didn't know what the fuck.
Yeah, for
Satoshi,
sure.
He said it himself. This is either gonna go straight to the dirt or the world's fucking over.
Yeah.
The world as we know it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? This is exactly like we need to just get it out there. That's all I'm saying, guys.
Did you see my tweet a few days ago? I went to this site called Hacker News, and I searched for the earliest post of. Oh, look at that! There he is.
Hey, there he is. Told you, Maddie.
Dang,
that's our boy. We got a lot of boys.
So extremely humble. Wish you all the best. Okay, so let me go and see if I can find this tweet. You like that? What do you think of this thumbnail, dude?
Dude, it's pretty hot, man.
Dude,
I'm pretty sure McAfee got like some hot action from Janice that night. She's like, I'm fucking the Terminator. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they probably did like a role play sesh like after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that took some design effort role play. Get down.
Oh no, dude. Yeah, you're probably right, dude. I've heard some stories about that, man. What a man. But what are you trying to show me?
I'm trying to show a tweet that I'm...
Well, this is cool. Like, I just realized you're using Brave right now, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen this. These tips.
You can send tips on Brave.
Tips to who?
So if I click on this, I can tip myself.
Oh, because it's your Twitter.
Well, I guess in this case it's...
So if you went
Dilemma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dilemma Beats.
Yeah.
Because that's his tweet.
That's his tweet, correct.
So instead of sending somebody like a thumbs up, you're sending them fucking cash.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah, dude. Bro, what the fuck? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Man, when did I make this tweet? I mean,
Wait, what are you trying to find? You're going pretty deep, man.
yeah.
You're
This is like I wanted to show somebody's comment on reading the Bitcoin white paper.
Oh, have you read that, by the way? Yeah, that cashing in on virtual parcels of land.
I don't remember reading it, but
We got to read it. You retweeted it, though. I didn't even read it.
no, I read it. I just don't remember what
you
it
don't
said.
remember what it said?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay. Not trying to call you out or nothing. It's
No,
like,
dude.
Just like retweet machine. Fucking A.
Man, where is it?
Dude, that black fucking Cybertruck looks pretty dope, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I love that black one.
Let me see if maybe it's here.
Oh, by the way, if you're watching this, follow our Twitter.
Yeah, so at the Black Runner.
Hell yeah. And if you're fucking Twitter, I mean, if you're like an avid listener, I mean, we've been doing this shit for a few months now, man. If you've been like hanging around from like the early days, you're still listening. Like fucking, I don't know. What?
Well, I guess really
free hand job or something for sticking around that long. But like, it'd be cool if we could like,
dude,
have some kind of like join our Discord.
Yeah, join our Discord.
Like,
comment and let us know what you want us to talk about. I mean,
yeah,
technology wise, we can break anything down. We just don't know what it is you wanna hear more about.
That's right.
Here it is. God, man, November 20th. So look at this. Hacker News post, Bitcoin, peer-to-peer network-based anonymous digital currency. Posted on May 8th, 2009.
Wow.
So
Wait, what is this? Like the original like post?
Well, this is the earliest post of Bitcoin on Hacker News. And so I took a snapshot of it.
What's Hacker News? It's like a...
So Hacker News right now is owned by Y Combinator.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like a rudimentary Reddit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A very old school Reddit.
It looks very similar to Reddit.
Yeah.
Like almost identical, actually.
Yeah, yeah. And so so whenever people post like new developments, new updates, new whatever, it gets uploaded by the community. And basically the front page of Hacker News was like tech focused. And
oh, wow.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. Does it still exist?
It still exists, yeah.
Damn, I need to fucking... That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it was like a feed for like, just like...
Yeah,
tech
because
shit.
I wanted to
Top
see
tech
like
shit.
the Bitcoin white paper. Where was it? Where were people talking about it outside of bitcointalk.org?
Yeah, like Satoshi had to like... you said like he recruited some dudes.
Well,
Like...
well, yeah,
the first miners.
through the forum, through bitcointalk.org.
But who made
How-
BitcoinTalk.org?
Satoshi,
Satoshi?
yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was one of those guys.
We're just making shit up now. We don't even know, dude.
Yeah, I think it was one of those guys.
Yeah, man. You know how fucking trippy that must have been, like to be like the first dudes. But that's what I'm saying. Okay. Like, okay.
Yeah, I wanted
what
to
are
see.
you saying?
So what I'm saying is, I wanted to see what were comments like outside of the Bitcoin like community, and so it was posted here May 8, 2009.
Okay.
The first comment says, "Well, this is exceptionally cute idea,"
Dude, what a dick already.
and then he says, "But there's absolutely no way that anyone is going to have any faith in this currency." Right? This was May 9th, 2009.
Haters gonna hate.
Right?
What's next?
And it says, this other guy, May 8th, 2009.
Brilliant.
This could finally end the recession. And he says, people working and living digital must use digital money and help others via donations instead of mandatory offline taxes. And then offline citizenship is the same way fake like the original sin. I don't know what he's talking about there.
Yeah, that dude's fucking
And
smoking a bowl or something while he's writing this.
And then the most relatable comment, there's only 3 comments on this thing. It says, I'm having trouble wrapping my head around the logistics of this.
Of course.
Yeah, which is everybody did. It was hard to understand the first time, but it takes a couple of reads. And luckily, the paper's only like 8 or 9 pages long.
That's so unreal, man.
Yeah.
Like taking like a peek back at like history like this, like the first fucking mentions of Bitcoin on the internet. That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like just thinking about it, you know, just based on where we are right now. You know?
Yeah, and I got to look back at Reddit too, just to see what the earliest post of Bitcoin was.
We should find like the first earliest post of like an Ethereum.
Shit, that's good. Yeah, that's a good.
That'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah, good thought there.
But yeah, like I was saying, see, okay, haters gonna hate. Haters are hating on Decentraland right now.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, that doesn't detract from anything, man. It's just, but in a way though, like Decentraland needs to do its part though too before they lose, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have experience of it. We got our developer who's kind of like second guessing this whole thing. You know, he had a lot of passion involved in this project, and then he's like, dude,
yeah, you can't.
Where are we going? You know what I mean?
The last thing you want to do is have your developer second guess whether or not this is worth their time.
Yeah.
And like
he understands, like we all understand, like there's obviously like a big, huge like risk to reward gap here. Like there's high risk.
Yeah.
But the reward potential is,
it's there.
How do I explain that?
Well, it's
just high risk. It's as simple as that. Because it's, you know, but
Decentraland puts everything good about what blockchain brings to the table in terms of like NFTs.
That's true.
Digital assets.
Yeah.
A monetary gain. There's no fiat involved, so you don't have to deal with the regulatory aspects of like getting everybody's bank account and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's all there. It's all there. Like the ingredients are all there to make like the perfect cake.
A killer app, like you said.
Yeah.
That's what we're fucking waiting for, man. We're waiting for a killer app.
Yeah, and it works. It's just
I'm not talking about Essential, the crypto community, man.
Yeah, a crypto.
That's why like everyone was like creaming like their asses off whenever Crypto Kitties came out, dude. It was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
This is gonna attract like all the normies. You know, they're fucking cats. Like, who doesn't like cats? It's like cat Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then like the next day, like it, like a fucking nuke was dropped on the Ethereum network. It's like, oh shit. Like we couldn't handle all this. It
exposes the
exactly
the cracks in Ethereum.
Good thing it did, because now like look at Ethereum, dude. They're crunching hard.
Well, look at Matic. They're taking advantage.
Exactly.
That was like after this this little small bear market with Bitcoin, Matic has been exploding. It went from like a penny to like almost 3 pennies.
You have any idea why? Like, I mean, fundamentally, it's like a sound project.
Yeah,
like for sure.
But and I think more companies are getting on board with Matic. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, it's just becoming like adopted within the crypto space, which is huge.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Yeah, because like we're gonna need Matic, us as creators on Decentraland, because we're not gonna expect people who are playing on our games and stuff to wait 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes to like
like 2 confirmations
just to enter the fucking block runners. Like, shit, man, when am I gonna get in this bitch?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can't sit there and like expect them to wait for like dude, come on, it's got to be like click.
Yeah,
I'm in.
That's right. It should be that easy.
Yeah, it's got to be seamless, like just like you're using the internet. But yeah, once again.
So yeah, that was it for Decentraland. I think obviously
you can carry on this conversation to so many things within crypto, which we should. Like this is like the whole point of this podcast, man. Like we're not here to paint like a rosy picture like a lot of crypto people, like crypto influencers do. You know, like they inject like way too much hopium into the fucking community.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
That's funny you say that. The guy who created Hex. Man, he's getting a lot of pushback, dude.
Oh, yeah? You've been paying attention to that?
Yeah, like on Twitter, everybody's calling out Richard Hart.
Yeah. See, he's like a big influencer.
Yeah.
He's a guy
he's been around since like...
Probably like
2013, something
2014.
Something like that.
He's the guy with the fucking cowboy hat, and I think he always has like split chest shirts on like this, and you like see his chest hair. So he's kind of edgy, right?
Yeah,
you know, like he's like one of these, but he's like a successful guy. I think.
I think we need to do a deep dive on Hex, because we were talking about it a few weeks back, and it didn't look too pretty. Like
when we first, because the reason we found this guy is because like we were doing like our John McAfee research, and then he had an interview with John McAfee, and we're like, and then on that interview, he started like talking about his project.
Hex coin, yeah.
Yeah. Which is a hilarious trend that I've noticed like within these crypto influencers. Like a few years ago, all they were doing were like producing videos and online content. Now all of a sudden, everyone has a coin, dude. Yeah. Everyone's got a token.
Yeah.
It's fucking
And some
insane.
of them are performing pretty good.
Like insanely good. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like and
they don't do anything. The coins don't do anything.
What about Hex? Like
so anyway, on Twitter, a lot of people are starting to talk about Hex, and they're not saying very good things about Hex.
Let's pull it up, dude. Let's do some PI work. Shit. Why not, man? What are they gonna do? No, like I want to let's spend like the last 10 minutes of this episode just breaking down Hex.
Well, let's go to their.
What the fuck is that? Holy shit!
Hey, we're looking at Ethan Klein's
like his
little video.
Oh, it's like some Snapchat filter shit.
Come on, motherfuckers, come on. Come on, motherfuckers.
Dude, wow. So he's like I guess a face on a train, and he's like mimicking the song.
That's the internet, boys and girls. That shit, how many fucking hearts does that have? Probably like hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, let's see.
60,000.
60K. I mean,
That's the internet, ladies and gentlemen. Oh shit, here he is. Dude, that's Tone Vase, man.
See, yeah, it's not a good look that it's a controversial crypto hex as the first high-interest blockchain certificate of deposit. So he's trying to do a CD version of a cryptocurrency where those early adopters who are like early in, they get like over 300% return on investment. And like it's so let me pull up their website. Hex.win. So on the website hex.win, the first high interest blockchain certificate of deposit is designed to increase in value faster than anything else in history.
Oh god.
The wallet goes live
hold on.
in
Go back
17
to that statement.
hours.
Really?
Wait, 17 days.
But go back to that
58
statement.
hours.
The first Hex designed to increase in value faster than anything else in history. That should already set off like
Yeah,
red
that's
flags
like
in your head.
that's
like
flags. Like Richard should know this.
Yeah, but it's almost like he feels like people are dumb enough to like ignore these flags. I don't know.
I don't know. I
Because
think when you present
hold on,
the
yeah. Sorry.
no, I was just gonna say when you present like the potential of earning a lot of money, like
That's your selling point.
yeah, like if that's your selling point, like the red flags start getting blurry.
Yeah.
Right, you start to not pay attention to them. Or is that 17 hours? Yeah, 17 hours, 58 minutes.
A while ago. So what is the idea? You put your crypto into their wallet, essentially.
Yeah.
And then you earn a return, like an interest. So it's kind of like a fucking like compound on steroids, in a way.
Yeah.
But you're not putting your funds into DAI or decentralized autonomous organization.
Say for example, if your coin staked percent of total supply, if you are 1% of the total supply, you get a 369% return on investment. And so if you're that's why I still need to do some look into this a little bit more because I don't quite understand what he's doing. But
the reason why it's getting pushback is because he's holding on to people's money.
Well,
right?
That and not only like on top of that, he's earning like a percentage of everybody. If you put in money, some of that money goes directly to his wallet. So it's sort of like a scheme of his.
Okay.
And that's the pushback that he's getting.
It just seems weird. Like just by reading, okay, keep going down. Let's read more of these like headline titles. Hex is the first, okay. Hex is designed to go higher, faster, and retain its value. Okay, Hex is the future of finance, stake your claim. Hex is price positive game theory, blah, blah, blah.
So then he has
referral. Oh God.
Referred users get a 10% bonus minted at the refer, and the referrer gets 20% bonus minted.
All right, so they like create like a network effect.
So the payback is in Hex. Stakers get all the unclaimed Hex.
See, launch phase only paid. So you have to lock your funds for a whole year, essentially, right?
Yeah, and then there's this thing called the silly whale penalty. So 1,000 to 10,000 BTC claim penalties of 50 to 75% of Hex goes to stakers. So apparently, if you stake too much Bitcoin, you get a penalty. You get a whale penalty.
Okay, because that influences like the interest or what?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
and on top of this is like it's not very easy to understand. So like, if 1% of Hex supply stakes, they average a 369% interest. If 2%, then 184. If 10, 36%. Fewer stakers means higher interest. More stakers means less circulating supply, 1 day minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get 369% return if there are less stakers?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, where does that come from?
Well, see, that's the thing. Because you're not going to see a return for a whole fucking year. So it's not like you're going to earn payback immediately, right? So what's the speculation here? Like, he's just absorbing everyone's funds for a year and he's going to peace out? Like, join like a fucking island somewhere with Epstein who's still alive? Like, dude, I pulled off the biggest ruse ever, boys. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's potential, man. Like, we're not claiming 100% that this guy's scamming you. But look at that shit. How can Hex make you rich?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Come on,
why
man.
would you? Yeah, why would you do that? Like, that's like that is the single most obvious red flag.
Yeah,
is
you're selling
claiming
people. Yeah,
you're claiming a coin is gonna make you rich.
Yeah, there's nothing fundamentally like altering about this. You're trying to sell hopium again. That's what scammers do, man.
Yeah.
You know? It's as simple as that. Like, to me, this just feels like a scam. You know, like he's just asking for people to put their money into his wallet, and he's like guaranteeing them a return. When's the last time we've seen this? This is like BitConnect in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just promising people like, you know, great shit without like delivering anything. And it's the crazy thing is people are gonna believe it and they're gonna buy into it. And if this guy is, you know, malicious, he's gonna fuck over a lot of people.
Absolutely.
If this thing's legit, which we don't know because we literally just spent like 5 minutes looking at this.
Yeah.
We just, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if this is legit, we'd like to be wrong on this. I mean,
yeah. If anybody's like, if anyone's watches this and they know, like, if they're like a Richard Hart fan or boy or something like that, like,
yeah, you want to correct us on something,
or like at Richard Hart, be like, hey, check out these fuck boys like talking shit. You know what I mean? So you should go at their podcast and like, you know, set them straight.
Yeah,
some shit like that.
Yeah, dude, we're
challenge us, bro.
We're open minded. We don't want to shut anything off because shit, if this could make us rich, why not participate?
Dude, maybe he's just really trying to help us out.
Yeah, maybe he is.
Maybe he's like genuinely wants us all to become rich, right? Like, what a nice guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got all our best interests at heart.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course. We want to help those guys out, right?
Yeah. That's how the world works.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
So, anyways, I brought this up because I kept seeing this on my Twitter feed.
Yeah.
And, like, people are starting to talk about it. And we saw this, like, several...
And I guess it's relevant because 17 hours, dude.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's why they're talking about it because I'm sure it's getting a lot of traction on Twitter in terms of people, like, opting into this.
How long is this video right here? This is Pumpamentals. He's got good marketing, that's for sure.
You see, I started watching this already.
Oh, okay.
Savings count.
But it's 18 minutes long.
So we can't. Yeah, we're not gonna watch that.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. It's called Pumpamentals.
Dude, fucking marketing, bruh.
What actually makes the price go up? Improve Bitcoin. The secret pumpers don't tell. Oh. Well, I mean, what do you expect, right?
See, this is but this is like not shit that like this doesn't like when I first heard about it. This is like the inverse reaction I had when I first hearing about Decentraland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it made me like
yeah, exactly.
You know, this like made me feel like shit. Crypto is still like far away from where it needs to be. You know, as far as like if this shit is still going on and like it's okay. Dude, like the mainstream needs to stay far away from this, because like they're not gonna understand this.
Yeah, for sure.
That's probably what he's going for. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Like everyone watching this, like you're gonna be watching crypto videos in the future, and like this guy's commercial is gonna pop up. Like
Oh,
in the
for
middle of
sure.
your fucking video.
For sure.
It's like, have you heard about the hex token?
Yeah.
You know?
You get 300% return.
Yeah. It's like, buy now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got to be careful. We got to call it out if we see shenanigans.
Yeah, I guess what we're saying here is like this hex token is like on our official like red alert.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if you're gonna even touch this, like you do your like extreme due diligence, do like some hardcore research that we haven't done yet ourselves, but
Yeah.
do it please before you
Yeah.
put any money into this.
Anytime you're thinking about moving money, you got to do 10 times as much research because there's so many scammers out there.
Yeah,
And a lot of them are extremely convincing, and they have like the charisma,
exactly.
and you just gotta be careful.
Yeah, he put on like a nice suit. He's probably has a British accent.
He's making presentations. People are listening to him.
Yeah, dude, he sounds like a smart guy, and he's got like a history of .com experience.
That's right. That's right.
So like he comes off like $1 million, right? Like this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Just use a little common sense out there, fellas and gals.
So yeah, that was it. I mean,
And there's Bitcoin. You think it's going down?
For sure. Yeah. So that's another thing. So it came back up a little bit to almost $8,000.
Yeah,
But
not much volume.
the general trend is on its way down, and I think it's going to go down to where it has a lot of support, near $5,000. That's my opinion. I could be totally wrong.
We said 5,000.
Just because I see a lot of support here at 5,000.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oof, that's weird, man.
And look at this. So at one point, a couple days ago, it went to $6,500. There was no support there, so it just came back up because it's a pretty good price for over the last 6 months. $6,500 is a really good price.
Yeah, to me this looks like clear as day, like another accumulation phase.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Mike Novogratz said was going to happen. Like after it did that parabolic run up, he's like, boys and girls, it's like we're going to have a accumulation phase 2.0 before the halvening.
That's right.
That's what's happening here.
That's right.
So accumulate your bits. You know, this is not financial advice, but it kind of is.
Sats. As they say in Twitterland, stack sats.
Hell yeah. Stack them sats, boys and girls.
So
that's what we'll be doing.
Yeah, so make sure you join our Discord and comment. Let us know what you want us to talk about. I think we wanted to talk about a lot more this time, but
there's so much shit to talk about, man. We just talked about Decentraland for most of this episode, but
just because
we're having like internal debates, like what the fuck,
yeah,
like you know what I mean, like because we want to talk about a lot of things.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, for sure.
We have a lot of
we do have a lot of plans. Like we're gonna test out a couple of things on this podcast, and we want to actually execute on them before we even talk about them. So
yeah, ultimately our goal is to like reach as many listener potential as that we can.
Yeah.
And so the goal is like we need to provide something of value to a large amount of people.
Absolutely.
To like want to listen to us over. At first we thought, we got some good kicks from here and there. Like, there's some somewhat funny moments in our podcast and our show. But then we're thinking like, man, maybe we really should crack down on like.
Yeah. We're getting feedback on like the informational pieces that we do where we make the discoveries for like the listener or the viewer.
Yeah.
Those have a lot of value as well as the interviews that we do.
Mm-hmm.
They tend to like that a lot too.
Well, it usually goes like we discover something and then we start digging deeper into it and then somehow we find these people to interview.
Yeah, that's right.
That's related to like our digging.
Our natural interest.
Yeah, like our first 3 interviews were like Decentraland related people because that was like our big discovery.
Yeah.
We really need to find some DeFi people because like we're really getting into DeFi.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, it's a really simple thing, but it might be hard to understand for some people.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like just DAOs and shit, how they operate, that's hard to explain.
Yeah, and the legitimate question is where does the interest for a DAI come from? And that's a technical question.
That's like that's part of the DAO, right? Like
that's part of the DAO. Yeah, that's part of the maker fee, and then that's part of the fees that
but some of these
that the loaners get.
Yeah, but some of these lending platforms aren't DAOs. They're like actual custodial.
They're custodial. Yeah, they're actually loaning it on behalf of you.
Yeah.
which is dangerous in many ways, right?
Yeah.
They can get hacked. Your DAI is lost
For sure.
and if they're not insured, that impacts you directly.
See, that's very important to like. Yeah, you just brought up insured, and then like someone listening, like, what? What do you mean it's insured?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people doing that, just like fucking crypto insurance
Binance,
now.
Coinbase is doing it. I mean, a lot of these companies are taking advantage of this DeFi, which is smart. I mean, you get way better returns than any bank account in the world.
True.
Right? Like, you're getting better returns than a CD that you have to stake your fiat currency for 5 years.
Yeah, that's like boomer fucking financial lifestyle. Like, they used like everyone would advise like just put your money in the bank.
In a CD, yeah.
Like how fucking lame, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was funny. One of the later episodes in Silicon Valley, they were being offered, $1 billion for Pied Piper. And so a lot of the founders of the company, they were doing their quick engineering math on how much money they would take home because they own a percentage of the company.
Mm-hmm.
And so automatically they took their percentage. It was like $100 million into a 2% interest loan or 2% interest account. And then they're equaling like so many millions per month on a passive income.
Mm-hmm.
And but if they were thinking about it from the crypto standpoint, they could be earning 5 to 10% interest on that.
Oh yeah. If they use like a crypto lending platform, is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, we gotta break that down, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, and then if this thing is a success, which it sounds like it is, I think there's already like billions of dollars locked into it.
I wouldn't say
the DeFi ecosystem
billions, but I would say several millions.
I read somewhere like at least $1 billion, but then like somebody was like, "Where's your
maybe
source?"
Collectively,
yeah,
collectively, yeah.
Even if it's not $1 billion, if say $500 million, that's still
and that was a new development of 2018.
Yeah,
so we're
this
not
is pretty recent shit.
Yeah, it's barely 2018. It's like the end of 2018.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people are speculating like this is going to be the driving force for like the next bull run.
Yeah,
but
Chico Crypto was a big one on that. It made sense at the time just because there was actual technological development here, but it from a speculation standpoint seems unlikely.
There's literally nothing to speculate on.
Yeah,
there's no investment vehicle.
Yeah,
that is
that we can benefit from a successful DeFi project, other than MakerDAO, I guess. But even then, it has its limitations because it has to pay for some of the interest being gained.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a give and take there.
But the difference, I think I've already said this, is like in the 2017 ICO bull run, it's like every ICO had a different, mission statement. Like there were a lot of copycats, but everything was, somebody was making like an IoT blockchain. Somebody was making a general purpose blockchain. Somebody was making like
another Ethereum platform.
Yeah. Somebody was making a supply chain logistics thing. There's just so many ideas out there.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was like an explosion of ideas.
Yeah.
And that's what created like the speculation bubble. It's like all of a sudden, like, dude, it's like blockchain everything, blockchain water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you could do that with DeFi because it's literally like,
Yeah. I also have to push back a little bit on the idea that it was a contributor to Bitcoin's price and everybody's price going up, but there's a chance. There's just a reasonably sized chance that the price of Bitcoin would have gone up regardless of the ICO boom.
Well, then
just because of its cadence and its
it went up. It's on its own in 2013. There were no altcoins.
Yeah, exactly.
Back then.
There you go.
It was just Bitcoin, but it went up because of Mt. Gox, right? Pretty much. Like all of a sudden, there was an exchange that made like trading this Bitcoin thing viable and like
true.
It had a good UI.
Yeah,
it was like the first time.
It got hacked in 2013, though.
Well, that's why it fucking dumped. Just like there was a reason, like that was the bubble. It caused the bubble. I think Mt. Gox.
Yeah, that's true.
It gave the tool,
but
for
again,
people to start speculating.
I mean, if you look at the happening non-linear regression curve, like all this stuff would have, according to that chart, would have happened anyways.
Well, is there a chance it was just coincidental? Like,
There's a real chance that it was coincidental.
because there's only been 3. It literally could just been like a coincidence of like a time. I don't know.
Yeah. It's
That's why this
But think
happening
about
is
it.
so important, dude.
yeah, that's so true. This is going to confirm all the theories.
Yeah,
And here's the risk that we're taking here is that we're predicting a certain time frame where Bitcoin is going to go up to $100,000, but I really feel like there's going to be a huge delay where that time is going to hit and we all expected 100K and it's not there.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 17,000.
I don't know.
And then
man.
all of a sudden it just shoots up.
Because literally all we're just looking at the chart from the last 10 years. We have 10 years of data on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And like based on that 10 years of data, it's so fucking predictable what's coming ahead.
Yeah.
But then that makes me question it. Like, it can't be this obvious. You know what I mean?
See,
like,
I think it is just because of just
the
like
happening.
the not the happening, but like the technical attributes of Bitcoin. Like the technical attributes is like it's scarce. There's the rate of Bitcoin being entered into the economy is halved every 4 years.
Well, yeah,
like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just like the technical attributes require the price of Bitcoin to continuously go up.
Yeah. Yeah, see, the reason why gold doesn't have, like, if you go back and look at the history of gold and its valuation, dude, it's like it has like the most ridiculous like spikes and like dead phases, and a lot of it's driven by like wars and shit of the past and stuff like that. So there was a lot of macroeconomic factors. Even today, it's like pretty much what drives the price. But those same rules don't apply to Bitcoin. Literally, the only thing that applies is the halving.
That's right.
That's it. Everything else is just speculation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's not like countries depend on this shit for like to function, you know?
Shit,
all throughout history, gold was like that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, I'm see, I'm telling you in the future, like we're gonna get to a point where countries are depending on Bitcoin more than gold.
All right, man. No, I believe you, man. But it's gonna take a long.
Yeah, it's gonna take
time.
a little while. But
I mean, the polls are already there. Like people like us, we prefer
it's just like
this digital stuff to like physical stuff. A lot of people don't even know you can buy physical gold. You didn't even know that. You're like, what?
Yeah,
you got gold?
It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what are you gonna do with like physical gold? I'd rather own like a share of gold that somebody else protects.
Yeah, but then you don't own it.
That's true. It's like a custodial service. That's
exactly.
Right. That's true.
You want your shit, dog. But yeah, we're an internet generation, man. We don't care.
No. But we do care because we don't like custodial services, right? Because
we want our money to be safe, and that's the whole purpose behind blockchain. But like, we don't care. Like we carry around plastic cards with us, and we just swipe them. Like we don't give a shit.
Well, because the whole infrastructure is
exactly
centralized. It's like we had no option, right?
Well, what I'm saying is like we don't care like how our spending and our purchasing power like derives from. Like we don't think about that. Like. You know,
well, no, that's true.
I don't know what I'm saying. I think we're going on too long.
I had one other point. I can't think of it now, but
it was about Bitcoin.
I think it was about Bitcoin. It was essentially that
like Bitcoin cool, gold not cool, something like that.
No, I think I just want to reiterate my prediction on Bitcoin's price and the 100K and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think this time there's going to be a huge delay to that price. And
what do you mean by huge?
Like huge, like several month delay. Like if we go, let me see if I can find that. A
non-linear regression chart?
Yeah, because I think I retweeted it here. Yeah, here we go. So if we go back to this chart, this nonlinear regression curve. So this is a stock to flow model, and it's superimposed over the actual price of Bitcoin throughout the history.
Yeah.
And if you look at the halving point, which is going to be mid 2020, May 2020, is right here, right? And the stock to flow model indicates that the minimum price, the average price of Bitcoin after the halving is going to be roughly 70 to 80K. Right, So that's what it's predicting. Now, if you go back to
you said leading up to the halving,
yeah,
like so when the halving occurs, it'll be around 70, 80K.
Well, so but take a look at what's happening here, like
yeah,
in the past.
Yeah.
If you go look at the actual halving in 2016, like when it goes from blue to red, which is blue 0 months, red is 40 months from the halving. So this is the actual halving point.
So why is it? Yeah, why does it have halving pointed over there?
Well,
okay, never mind. Yeah,
it's about the same. It's about the same area. As you can see, like the average price is gonna be $6,000 to $8,000, right? But of course, because of Bitcoin, like there's the stock to flow model is not going to be 100% accurate. But as you can see, it roughly settles around that price. So this you can pretty much assume that it's going to do a very similar thing, that it's going to go up to 100,000. And so let's assume, again, according to history, that the $100,000 point is going to be at the end of mid 2021.
Yeah, mid 2021.
Say, for example, what I'm saying is it's not actually going to be mid 2021. It's going to be like the start of 2022. And because because people are anticipating that.
Yeah.
And there's just,
why would that cause a delay though if they're anticipating? Wouldn't it come sooner?
No, because people have already loaded up over here because they're expecting that it's going to be 100K at that point.
Dude, that's what we're doing right now. Like we're literally
See, but what I'm saying is our expected target date for 100K is just not going to be there. Just because everyone's expecting it to be that same target date.
It would ruin this whole chart, though.
No, it would ruin it, but ultimately it's going to settle. It's still going to settle at $70,000 to $80,000.
Even if it like takes a few months longer.
Yeah.
Like the cadence is still there.
Yeah.
Like everything's still intact, essentially. Like all our theory crafting from today is proving correct.
Yeah. It's just
the only thing
we don't know what date it's actually going to hit.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. If we're speculating that that's for sure, like it's going to follow the same rhythm, you should be buying right now. And
that's right.
You just hodl.
That's right.
But
see, that's why if we're really taking this to like an actual strategy, we have to have that target. If once it hits 100K. Like we are hitting the sell button as soon as it hits 100K.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, because maybe it doesn't even get to 100K. Maybe like the top end price is like 88,000. I mean, you just can't know this stuff.
But you kind of can though if like we've extrapolated before. Like
yeah, I mean, like you're saying that you're expecting it to go to really 200K just because.
Yeah, see, like you're doing the same thing right now that like people in 2017 said like there's no way it's getting past 10,000. No, you got that 1 and 0 shit in your head. Like 100K is it.
But what I'm saying, like if you're gonna cash out at 200,000, everybody else is cashing out.
No, dude, just the whales. Just the guys who know this, man. Just the guys like what I'm telling you is like.
I have to assume that there's a lot more savvy people this round. Than there was last round.
No, dude. See, what happens is people, they're savvy and smart, and like they have rationality. But whenever like the bull shit takes out the parabolic phase, all that goes out the window, dude. And all of a sudden, everyone just turns greedy.
Yeah,
and like over.
So you're
euphoric
saying here comes a million, right? You're saying everybody on Twitter is like, oh, millions imminent.
Dude, yes, exactly. It's gonna be exactly like that. Like, no, this train's not stopping, bitches. Like. Nothing could bring Bitcoin down. That's exactly what they were saying in 2017. Everyone
that's
bought
such a sell signal, man.
It is. I fucking sold. I was one of the lucky few, dude. I sold. I called the top, man. Like I could prove it, man. I called the top, man.
Yeah.
Because like I saw so many sell signals, and I was anticipating. I was waiting for it. It's like, dude, like that was my whole strategy. It's like I'm gonna sell this bitch once the bubble's about to pop.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna rebuy at the bottom.
Yeah.
But like,
I remember you were texting me. I was like, dude, this is a bubble.
Yeah,
and see what I was reading was cryptocurrency is a bubble. I was like, no, dude, it is not a bubble. This is like
Bitcoin.
No, I know, but I remember you sending me those text messages, and I was thinking, I thought you were talking about the whole crypto
like their tulips.
Technology, was a bubble. I was like, dude, no, that's not a bubble.
No,
you were talking about the actual price.
Just like the .com bubble.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like you were a genius if you sold at the top of the .com bubble and then you bought Amazon like at the bottom. Now you're probably like,
yeah,
fucking just chilling, dude. You know what I mean? And that was my strategy, but like I got fucked on the way down. You know what I mean? Trying to like buy the bottom, dude. I just kept on losing and losing and losing.
Right.
Like that's the thing. I could call the top, but dude, calling that bottom is like way more difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, but look at this. When it was at $3,000, that was below the stock to flow model.
Yeah, see, like, I wasn't looking at no stock to flow model, dude. I didn't fucking know this existed. You know what I mean? Now this thing is like we got beautiful data now.
Yeah, we do.
It was a lot of blood spilt for this data, but it's there now, and that's what I'm saying, man. Like this happening is the critical one.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like during that ICO, like I'm sure that really contributed to the price.
Oh, 100%.
But I feel like it was gonna follow this like this cadence anyways.
That's what you're saying. Okay, if like nothing new develops between now and the 2021.
Yeah. If nothing new,
like money's just gonna funnel into the market, and all these shit coins are just gonna like 100x in value.
Nah, so? Maybe not shit coins, just Bitcoin. Like,
no, hell no. Bitcoin's not gonna go up just by itself and leave shit coins behind.
Well, no, that's okay. Agreed. Yeah, no, absolutely. But what I'm only talking about the price of Bitcoin. If nothing new is developed, my position is Bitcoin is going to go up regardless of any developments.
That would be crazy.
Well, because think about it. Bitcoin is supporting a mining infrastructure.
Yeah.
Right? And those guys have to pay bills.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, on the next day of the halvening, they're earning half as many Bitcoins as they were before. So price has to adjust. There's going to be a delay, of course, because these miners are not dumb. They have a reserve of Bitcoins that they can sell to pay the bills.
Yeah.
So it has to adjust.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking about the rest of the market. Like, okay, the prices adjust for the miner's sake, and then
we've seen before, like when Bitcoin when it hit $20,000 in December, a few days later, there was all-time highs for all the shit coins.
Oh yeah.
While Bitcoin was on its way down,
there
was all-time highs for Ethereum and
because
and everything else.
All of a sudden, everyone was like Bitcoin rich, and then
they sold and they bought other coins, and those other coins went up, and the train kept going. Because it's funny when you look at the all-time high of Bitcoin. It's in December. All-time highs of all the other coins, they're in January.
You know what probably will actually blow up? Like the Bitcoin price probably will go up organically, like as it has in the past. But maybe people won't dump their money into shit coins like we did in 2017.
It's possible.
It'll probably go all into these lending platforms to get like these bomb-ass interest rates. You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's safer. And maybe people will like speculate like, holy shit. Because people did that to escape from the dump of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because they knew it's like a cycle. Like we freaking adapted. I don't know. We like acclimated to the rhythm of the market. And then we knew like once Bitcoin's going down, alts go up. It was like fucking it alternated.
Exactly right. Exactly.
But now I think we're wiser. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not.
No, I think you're right. I think there is going to be very little of the crypto earnings going into fiat. It's all going to be...
Fuck no, dude. Nobody wants to pay taxes.
Yeah. It's all going to be DAI and USD coin.
Yeah, whatever. There's probably going to be like 100 new ones by then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And who knows what they'll think of next as far as like DeFi. But yeah, what I'm saying is like all of a sudden this new value in the market, they're going to take it out of Bitcoin before this bubble pops.
Mm-hmm.
Put it into Compound, put it into...
That's right.
Just the DeFi infrastructure, because it's safer.
It's decentralized.
Hopefully.
Shit. Yeah.
To be determined.
It is decentralized. The only thing you have to worry about is like errors in the smart contract, which it's all been verified before. So it's relatively safe.
Yeah. But yeah, that sounds plausible to me.
Yeah.
What doesn't sound plausible to me is like Bitcoin's going to go up organically like it has in the past. and then everyone's gonna repeat exactly what 2017 did. We're just gonna invest in these proven shit coins. Like everybody knows this shit's trash.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They're just gonna do it all over again.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen like that.
I don't think so either.
I think there's
And
gonna
then
be a
all of a
select few of alternate altcoins.
And then all of a sudden,
gonna be
like
successful.
all of a sudden, ICOs are gonna come out the woodwork, or IEOs, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because early on in the year, we were speculating that IEOs were going to be like the next big thing.
Yeah, it turned out most of them were just like
Yeah,
artificial, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like Binance driven, like shit dumpster tier.
And then technological developments in DeFi, which it's hard to speculate on all that. So,
but that's our job here on the Block Runner, boys and girls.
yeah,
We got to figure out, like, you know, what's the next step? What's the next move?
yes. So join our Discord. Make sure you find us on Twitter too,
Hell yeah.
YouTube, all that stuff.
Yep.
All right. So until next time,
Yep.
we'll be right back. in a
Happy
week.
belated Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
We
happy Thanksgiving.
Totally didn't mention that last time.
Yeah, we
fucked
were
up on that. Well, whatever. It was only a few days ago. So.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be back in a week. Thanks, guys.
All right. Peace.